Constitution is.
Robert, we have seen many scandals in recent weeks surrounding sexual harassment in Hollywood. Do you think change is coming to the industry?
Sexual harassment has been around in Hollywood and I think life since Adam and Eve bit the apple. I think there was something going on there that threw them out of paradise. But let's figure this out. Let's figure something out. It's not just in entertainment. In entertainment, they had a thing called the casting couch from 1886 or 1902, when the Schuberts in Broadway had a boudoir when they would cast their leading ladies or their dancers. And it was called the casting couch back then. Fatty Arbuckle in the 20s had a sexual scandal where someone was murdered, raped and murdered, and was swept under the rug. But we have this in politics. We have this all over in society. The Catholic Church had a scandal. We all have scandals in some aspect of our society. Now, the culture of Hollywood, are the culture of people going to change? I think it's a darn good thing what we see what's happening. But there's been a lot of fear and a lot of what they call quiet acknowledgement about what's happening, because these things didn't just happen. They've been happening for 30 years, 40 years. The sexual abuse and the innuendo and the rest of it. But how do we combat that? How do we teach the individual these moral values? Well, that's through culture, isn't it? That's through giving us a certain kind of entertainment as well in the culture. And I applaud some of the Christian filmmakers and also, Norm Nowitzki here, who did this In Search of Liberty. It's so important that we educate and we take control of the culture.
Well, let's talk. Yeah, let's talk more about your film. You're promoting that new film, In Search of Liberty. What can viewers expect?
Well, when you think about the Constitution, I don't know how many people have read it, but I can tell you this, what people can expect. I have 5 kids. I've seen them go through several decades of different school and what's happened to our educational system and how our civics is no longer taught or misinterpreted. Remember when President Obama said, "I will fundamentally transform America"? Well, that happened with Bill Ayers in the 60s. That started in the 60s, Mark, when they were trying to tear down institutions. Now, Bill Ayers and his ilk, they then took over education. They're writing the textbooks that your children and my children are reading, that they're learning from. Even in the professorships, you see that conservative Christian voices are silenced in these organizations. Where's our free speech? So In Search of Liberty provides an anecdote to what has been happening in our culture and in our educational system by giving a film that is an entertainment. Imagine do you have any children, Mark?
I do, yes.
How many kids?
I have one kid.
One kid, all right. Mm-hmm. Now imagine if all of a sudden, out of the blue, Benjamin Franklin appeared to you. And he started talking to you about what was happening in our society and how the Constitution was being ignored and misrepresented. Now imagine around the dinner table, you, your wife, and your children got to discuss this. And in an entertaining and a humorous way, In Search of Liberty does that for you. It opens up in a wonderful way this thing called the Constitution. When I saw it, I didn't know what to expect, It wasn't a big Hollywood blockbuster film. It's not one of these tentpole films. It's not an erotic thriller. It's something that hits to the very core of America, our values.
Robert, where can our viewers find In Search of Liberty?
There's a website called In Search of Liberty that they can go on, and they can download that film. They can buy it there and have it and share it with their friends, give it as Christmas gifts to people. There are DVDs, Blu-rays, and I would like them to really share this and discuss this around the dinner table. It's so important for the survival of our culture, of our nation, and our beliefs.
All right. Actor and singer Robert Davi, thanks so much for your time today, sir. We appreciate it.
Mark, God bless you. God bless America. Merry Christmas, and thank you.
You too. You too as well.